Hello and good morning, everyone. This is the daily read for October 9th. Let's jump right in and see what the day has in store for us. This is definitely for all signs and the collective. So, the overall energy for today is conscious channeling, okay? And what this card is telling us, this card is telling us to trust divine guidance. We are being guided divinely today, okay? Allow something to come to you. Allow the ideas in, allow the divine to guide your decisions today, okay? Go to the divine, go to the universe, okay? They are giving you guidance, lightening the path, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Lighting up the path, how's that? Anyway, sometimes I speak so eloquently and sometimes I don't at all. Anyway, so this is a really good card for today as far as, just going with the guidance of the divine. Now, the very first card in the tarot that came out, that's making me crazy. There we go. Is the Five of Cups in reverse. And I like this because this means you are definitely moving on from something today, something that's been holding you back. You're not focusing on these 3 cups that have spilled. You are recognizing there are 2 full cups behind you. Okay, so something that's been holding you back could be for a day, could be for, years and years and decades, but something you are definitely moving on from. And I also like that because the very next card that we have out is the Moon card in reverse. And for me, that is exactly releasing fear. You are releasing fear to whatever you're trying to move on from. Maybe I'll never find love again. Maybe I'll never find a new job. Whatever it is, it's definitely you're releasing the fear of it. And it's going to apply to all of you differently since this is a general reading for the collective. So definitely let me know in the comments how this relates to you, how it resonates with you. But I really like this energy. It's very healing is the word that I want to use. It's a very healing energy. So let's go ahead and let's move right on to, we have here the Ten of Swords. Now the Ten of Swords is, it is an ending of a cycle for sure. It's an ending of pain, a painful ending. It doesn't get any worse than this, but it's also deep wounds. And for this reading, I think that a lot of us may be hanging on to some deep wounds that we have had in our lives. And nobody can escape that, right? We all have deep wounds. It's going to be different for everybody, whether it be childhood, whether it be love, even work, right? Maybe getting fired from a job at one point that you really loved. I mean, listen, deep wounds are deep wounds. So I feel like this might be exactly what you are moving on from. You're releasing the fear. I don't need to hang on to that energy anymore. Sometimes we hang on to it just because it's comfortable, right? We get comfort in that. I know that sounds absolutely ironic, and just silly, but we do. Sometimes we get into a state of being where coming out of it seems scary, but I know this and I know what this feels like and I know what to expect each day. All right. But Spirit is telling me, hey, we're moving on. It's time to let go. So the next card out is the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is healing. This is healing your inner feelings about this particular situation. Again, regardless on what it is, you are excuse me, clearing my throat a lot, and I tend to clear my throat a lot in general because I do a lot of talking, but sometimes it is a direct reflection of the throat chakra, and I feel like a lot of you just need to speak your piece, get it out in the open, let it go, and move on, okay? So you might want to work on some throat chakra clearing today. It's usually, I will say, the most out of all the chakras, it's the one I feel, at least in my readings, is the one that comes out the most that needs to be cleared. Okay? So truth needs to come out for you. Let me go ahead and let's move on here to the next card because I could go on and on about the throat chakras, about whatever, whatever comes up. So let's not keep this going forever. All right. Next card out is The nine, it's the Nine of Swords. Okay, now look at that card, guys. Look at the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is keeping you up at night. Worry, right? Worry, anxiety. Look at the person holding their head in their hands. Whatever this has been for you, you've literally been up at night letting it kind of take over. And it is time. Spirit is just saying it is time to move on. Enough is enough. We've dwelled on this plenty, okay? So next card out is the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands here is expansion. This is you moving on from that energy, okay? You're ready to move on. There's no need for you to continue with this. You're patiently waiting for your new ship to come in with the, new adventures in life, new opportunities in life. You've turned your back. See how his back is to this? That's what Spirit wanted me to say. Boy, it took me a long time to get there. You've turned your back on this because, well, one, you've let go of it. You're moving on. You've let go of it, but you're turning your back on it in a good sense. Like, I am not going to dwell on this anymore. This is a waste of my time or energy. So again, this is really, really a good sign. Okay. Let's go on to the next card, which is actually the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit is great because the Hermit here is you. Okay, that is you doing some introspection, right? You went inside to think about this and how is this affecting my life now? And why am I letting this continue to, affect my life? This is not something needed anymore. I've learned my lesson. I've gotten over my pain. I've gotten over the hurt. I am moving on. And right after that, look, the World card, okay? So the world, I can't talk, the World card, that is a completion of a cycle. That is you, again, moving on from whatever this was, whatever painful, deep wounds, and moving on, letting in energy, okay, letting go of this energy and letting in the new energy for something new to come in, okay? Now, I have said earlier in previous days, with the daily reads, listen, we're in a new moon and Aries is coming in. There's a shift in energy. It's October, which tends to be a more spiritual month in general. So we're going to have really great days. We're going to have not so great days, but it's about recognizing it, okay? Just recognizing it. If you recognize it, then you can cope with it. And I don't want to say cope because you can apply it in a good way. So even on the bad days in October, you can actually apply them to do good things, like move on, okay? So then we have the Six of Pentacles, okay? Six of Pentacles here, equal give and take. You will finally feel like you and the divine are, doing that dance, okay? Maybe you've been not so happy with the divine in the universe, right? Maybe you haven't. That's okay. We all feel that way. I remember one time specifically outside yelling at the divine at a certain time in my life. I was very upset with the divine. But now I realize there was a lesson to be learned, and that's usually what it is. So now you're feeling very in balance with the divine today, with spirit, with the universe, whatever you call it, whatever it is for you, okay? And then we have the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups in reverse here, this is you doubting your intuition. And I will preach and preach and preach this to you all. You'll hear me say it video after video whenever it comes up. You have to trust your intuition, okay? It is a God-given gift. It is a gift, okay? You need to follow it. When we don't follow our intuition or we don't trust our intuition, that's what leads us down wrong paths, okay? Follow your gut. There's a reason there's that saying. Follow your gut, okay? So, now that I'm done preaching that, let's go on and go to the Ace of Cups in reverse. Now, the Ace of Cups... yeah, I'm tongue-tied today. The Ace of Cups in reverse is Spirit saying, listen to your intuition. Listen to it, okay? Listen to it, okay? Don't doubt it. Listen to it. I can't get any more clear than that. From doubt to listen, okay? Then we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. This is you releasing those negative thoughts again, releasing the fear, releasing negative thoughts. You know, I hate to get too into it in a general reading like this, but, you know, if you were told as a child you were, you know, just a horrible child, you know, which I can't even imagine that happening to people, but it does. And you were just told, oh, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad. Guess what? You start thinking you're bad. Okay, you absolutely do. So then you feel trapped, you feel blindfolded, you feel like you're in shackles. But here's the thing, you're not. These aren't shackles. You know, not to joke around, but that's toilet paper. Okay, you can easily break through that. You can easily lift this up, and you're doing that. So release those negative thoughts, especially the ones you have of yourself. Okay, because it's not doing anybody any good. It's certainly not doing you any good. Okay. Now, I do want to mention something right here. We talked about this end of the cycle here, and if you look, we've got 3 9s happening in this reading, okay? We've got 3 9s, and today is the 9th, okay? So if you look up angel number 999, you will see that it means the end of a cycle. Now, but we all have free will, right? We all have free will, so you have to make that conscious choice to let go, to move on, okay? You have to also make that choice. Spirit and the divine are here, and they are here for you, but, you know, we also have that free will, so we can reject things. Don't reject it, guys. Let that negative thoughts go. Let those deep wounds go. Release that fear. You will enjoy life so much more, and I am going on and on today, and I'm so sorry. Let's get things wrapped up for you. I'm sure you have things to do. Bottom of the deck. 7 of Cups, 7 of Cups, back into alignment. This will bring you back into alignment, back where you need to be. The Emperor, you're going to feel in control again, okay? Because you're not letting that lead your life. What do we have here? The 9 of Wands. Okay, so you've been in battle before. You know what being in battle is like. We all do. Keep on keeping on. I don't even know if I like that saying, but I think I'm going to start liking it on. Keep on keeping on. And then we have the Strength card, and that is, of course, you have the strength to move on from this, okay? Stop with the inner conflict, okay? That 5 of Wands, again, stop with that inner conflict. You are not what other people say you are. You are what you say you are, okay? And then look at this. This is you prioritizing your thoughts, okay? Absolutely putting your thoughts into balance, okay? And what does it lead you to? Happiness. 10 of Cups. Happy, happy, happy. Okay, so today's definitely a day to work on yourself. It should not be hard, guys. I'm telling you that you have divine guidance through this. And whatever it is that you need to do to let that go, right? Some of you won't need to do much. Some of you will have to journal it. Everybody is different, okay? Ooh, see the goosebumps. Yeah, some of you are going to journal it down to get it out. Maybe you've never even journaled before, but you're going to journal that story down so it's out of your head, so you can release it. And then lastly, guys, look at this. Look at the last card. Imagine. That is just blatant spirit saying, imagine how good your life will be, how good you will feel about you, about life, about everything if you let go, okay? If you let go. So all my best to all of you. Please let me know how this resonates in the comments. You know, these are daily, so they're going to be up and down, and that's okay. That's, you know, exactly what Spirit wants us to know for today. Look up 999 angel number if you're more interested in the completion of the cycle. You can Google that. There's many, many, many articles on it. And please remember to hit the like, share, and subscribe button, as that lets YouTube know that this is of value to you. And I certainly hope it is. I feel like it is. And also make sure that you hit that little bell, because that will give you notifications of when I upload a new video. So all the peace in the world to all of the collective out there today.